He is not just Hollywood's favorite leading man. In April 2026, Timothée Chalamet stands as one of the most talked about figures on the planet. He's no longer just a movie star. He's something bigger, a cultural phenomenon. But what makes his story truly shocking isn't just the global fame. It's the scale of the fortune he's built behind the scenes, all while maintaining an aura of indie cool. When you peel back the curtain on the real numbers, you realize we aren't just looking at an actor. We're looking at a global luxury empire. But here's where it gets interesting. While the world knows him for anchoring franchises like Dune, by 2026, the name Chalamet represents something much more significant than talent. It represents influence, power, and massive wealth. But this transition from rising star to dominant brand didn't happen by accident. It was a calculation. It all started in the streets of Hell's Kitchen. A young Timothee taking a minor role in Christopher Nolan's Interstellar. Back then, nobody could have predicted this trajectory. But everything changed in 2017 with Call Me By Your Name. That single performance proved he was a generational talent, a blue-chip value that Hollywood rarely sees. This was the moment he established his scarcity. He chose high-impact roles over the typical teen idol path. And it worked. From that point on, the acceleration was relentless. The contracts started stacking up. Timothee didn't just join franchises. He became the face of them. From the sands of Dune to the world of Wonka, he didn't just act in films. He became the face of billion-dollar universes. And then everything changed again. As the box office climbed, the world's most prestigious luxury houses began to take notice. They saw him as the ultimate bridge between Gen Z relevance and heritage luxury. But how does that fame translate into actual wealth in 2026? First, Hollywood started paying him like an A-list powerhouse. Timothee now commands a staggering $25 million per film. That puts him in the same bracket as legends like Leonardo DiCaprio. Then luxury brands stepped in. He recently secured a record-breaking $35 million endorsement deal to be the face of Bleu de Chanel. This wasn't just a photo shoot. This was a status upgrade worth tens of millions. And suddenly, he wasn't just earning money. He was becoming a brand himself. When you add in his partnerships with Lucid Motors and his high-equity status with Cartier, his off-screen portfolio becomes even more impressive than his filmography. All told, these streams give Timothée Chalamet a massive 2026 net worth of approximately $35 million. But the real story isn't just what he earns. It's the lifestyle that this kind of wealth facilitates. Today, Timothee lives a life that feels like a scene from one of his own movies. His downtime is spent in an $11 million canyon sanctuary, hidden behind massive gates. This estate is a fortress of privacy. It's a bi-coastal existence, anchored by his California compound and his high-end roots in Manhattan. And that level of luxury extends directly into his garage. Every vehicle is a statement of taste. For daily drives, he opts for the understated power of the Audi Q7. But when he wants to make an entrance, he leans into the futuristic lines of his BMW i8, a hybrid sports car with butterfly doors that perfectly matches his eco-conscious but high-performance image. But his most significant automotive move? The Lucid Gravity SUV. As a key partner for the brand, Timothee isn't just driving a car. He's piloting the most advanced electric luxury on the market. And for those moments that require pure Hollywood muscle, he relies on the Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, the ultimate status symbol of the 90,210 elite. Yet, Timothee's world isn't limited to the road. Whether it's boarding private jets for 2026 award season tours or escaping on luxury yacht getaways through the Caribbean and the Mediterranean, his life is defined by movement. This is a global, bi-coastal existence where the lines between work and ultra-luxury travel have completely blurred. Even his wardrobe is $1 million asset, including platinum Urban Jurgensen watches worth over $130,000. Yet, even with a $35 million chin, the narrative isn't perfect. What happened next shocked Hollywood. A shadow has emerged over his image. What many are calling the Kardashian effect. Since 2023, Timothee has been part of a relationship that has redefined the celebrity power couple. His romance with Kylie Jenner has blended Hollywood acting prestige with a level of luxury influence usually reserved for royalty. To some, he is still a serious artist. To others, he is becoming something closer to a luxury brand. While he has no biological children of his own, in 2026, he is deeply involved in a family dynamic that includes Kylie's 2 children, Stormi and Air. We've seen him at the Critics' Choice Awards, giving heartfelt tributes to Kylie, signaling a shift from a solitary actor to a man embracing a much more complex life. Chalamet has hinted in interviews that fatherhood is on the radar, a bucket list goal that would take him even further from the indie kid we once knew. But for now, this high-profile partnership has sparked a global debate about whether his brand has become too commercialized. This tension reached a boiling point at the 2026 Oscars, changing the evolution of the Chalamet legacy forever. Despite the noise, Timothée Chalamet remains one of the most financially powerful figures in modern entertainment. He has successfully bridged the gap between high art and high finance. And with Dune, Messiah on the horizon, he hasn't even hit his peak yet. But even this is only part of the story. Because while Timothée Chalamet is redefining modern Hollywood, another global icon is building a financial empire so large, it's already crossed billionaire status. Her rise may completely change how we define celebrity wealth in 2026. And her story is even more surprising than this one.